Anthony Harwig, Ty Bartell here with a Canfield softball player profile. We are joined by Bayann Jadallah from the Cardinals softball program. Bayann, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thanks for having me. Excited.
Well, first question I want to really have for you with being a multi-sport athlete for Canfield, you got really ingrained in Canfield culture too. What has the senior season experience been like from you from start to finish being a participant in multiple sports?
It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. It's fun to be the leader on the teams and guide the younger girls. And overall, it's just been great. All the support from our community too is awesome.
When you look at it, I mean, you can match at the plate. What kind of things have been really clicking for you this year when you look at your approach and your time at in the batter's box?
This season I've just been really just trying to have fun, not think too much about it, and just stay loose when I'm up to bat and just not think too much about it. I know I've put in the work during the off season, so I just try and show up during the games.
You guys rode a little bit of a roller coaster towards the beginning of the season before you started climbing that mountain and getting to your peak too. Do you attribute any of the experiences you had with the success in soccer to being able to turn this softball team around?
Yeah, for sure. On the soccer team, we won a lot during our season last year. So I know what it takes to have a winning team and to make sure that our team gels together and works together to win those games. So I tried my best to bring that to our softball team and to carry that on and keep the girls motivated, even though we started off a little rocky, just to keep pushing through and keep helping and supporting each other.
What were some personal goals you set for yourself coming into this season?
Some of my personal goals were just, again, to have fun. Last year was a bit of a rocky mental season for me, so I just wanted to keep my head up during the entire season, obviously get those goals of like batting average and just limiting my errors on the field. But mainly I was just trying to have fun and not think too much about it.
Who's like one of your go-to teammates that you can always kind of confide in or will pick you up when you're down?
I talked a lot to Jackie Kennick. Me and her like to help each other on and off the field. She knows what I go through and I know what she's going through. So it's just great to have her there and just chat about whatever that each other needs.
Talk about this coaching staff and what it's been like to be under them and how they've helped you grow not just as a player but as a person too.
Yeah, our coaching staff is great. Our coach Angelo, she's extremely supportive. She's there for whatever you need. She's a great coach. And our coach Joe, he's very educated softball wise. He knows the game in and out and he knows everything that's going on and he's very helpful in that aspect. And our first base coach, Coach Gumont, he brings fun to the team. He's really nice. He keeps us light on our feet. He supports us. It's great.
Being one of these seniors on this team, you would understand a little bit more than the underclassmen of what it means to represent Canfield and what it means to represent the colors and wear the Cardinals name across your chest. What does it mean to you personally to represent Canfield as a school and Canfield as a community?
Canfield as a school and a community is really it's amazing because our sports community is awesome. We strive in our sports. We strive to do our best. Canfield's known for being a great sports school, and I just try and keep that going. And I try to help the underclassmen and keeping sports alive at Canfield.
Who are some underclassmen that you feel like you've mentored a lot and you're going to take pride in their success as they continue their journey?
There's a sophomore or a junior, Haley Freedy. Me and her have been together so much these past few years because we are on the same travel team as well. And me and her just have gotten so close, and I try to be a mentor to her and just help her in whatever way she needs because she's almost like a little sister to me now.
What's one of the most impactful things someone has told to you along the way with your softball journey?
Honestly, my travel coach, he's been so supportive, and his confidence in me really boosted my confidence on the field and off the field. And one of his big sayings is "I will," and I've carried that with me throughout these past few years of softball. Just I will put in 110% effort on and off the field. I will do my best and everything that I can do, and it's been great.
You've been able to take quite a few slow jogs around the base paths in your career. From your perspective, take us through the feeling of hitting a home run and what it's like to be able to slow down a little bit and then see your teammates culminate at a home plate to celebrate with you when you touch home.
It's a great feeling, to be honest. Just feeling the ball off the bat is great. I recently hit one at our senior night after having kind of a rough weekend the week before. So feeling that ball go off the bat and just kind of having a sigh of relief running around the bases and just being able to breathe and have fun on my senior night was really great. And of course, the little um, hits on the head when you get to home plate is a great feeling.
What's the go-to snack or sports drink in the dugout?
Oh god, I love seeds and I also like Gatorade. Those are my top 2.
So if you could have your own mix in in the seeds and the Gatorade, what would your mix be? Would it be a flavor that already exists, or would you make a new one?
I'm a huge fan of like the sweet and spicy seeds. And then I also love a good either like blue Gatorade or purple, somewhere like that.
If they were gonna, this is something that Ty asked earlier. If they were gonna put your face on a flavor of Gatorade, what flavor do you think it would be?
Oh god, I don't even know the names of the Gatorades. I just look at the colors, to be honest. So it, like I said, probably something blue or something purple. Those are my go-to.
They just renamed the flavor the Jadallah, and then there you
Yeah.
go.
Bayonn Blue, Bayonn Blue, Bayonn Blue. That's it right there.
Perfect. I gotta make it now.
Continuing that though too, and just talking about the relationships that you're able to build in that dugout too. What's some of your favorite chants that you have for your teammates to get them amped up, or is there any special chants you have for certain teammates that get them amped up?
Mainly I just cheer whatever comes to my mind just to get them so that they feel supported in the box up there. But sometimes I like to call them by different names just to get them laughing in the box and just keep them loose and ready to go.
You know, the one thing that we've learned interviewing so many softball players over the years is how close knit the softball community is with travel ball and you know, you're playing right next to each other. You know everyone from every other school. What's it like to be part of this big softball family where you're playing against travel teammates or you see travel teammates while you're on the road? What kind of experience has it been like for you?
It's honestly so fun seeing faces literally against every team you play. Like I've been playing against the same girl since I was around 9 years old, and even just like even if we're not if we've never been on the same team, even if we've just played against each other, you kind of just randomly become friends from just doing that. So it's great, and you also feel like it's just like tons and tons of friends that you have.
Who's your best softball friend that doesn't wear a Canfield uniform?
My best softball friend is probably Jillian Reeser from Hubbard. Me and her are on the same travel team, and we like last year when we played against each other for like Canfield Hubbard games, it was just so fun to play her and like we kind of got like a little secret language going back and forth on like the field, and it's just fun to play against her.
What's a bit of advice you would offer to some younger girls or some smaller girls that want to look up to you guys and want to play in the softball ranks at the varsity level at high school one day?
Honestly, the big thing is to have fun, but also you do have to put the work in on and off the field, especially off the field. You just got to keep grinding and keep pushing hard. But like also at the same time, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself and just have fun because if it's meant to be, then great things will happen.
How does it make you feel that since you're a statistical leader on the team, you're going to be looked at by all these young girls that are looking at Canfield softball? They want to be on this varsity level one day, and you're one of the girls that they pictures to say, "I want to be like Bayann Jadallah," and you're kind of like a role model. What does that kind of feel like for you?
It's a great feeling, to be honest. Like I looked up to so many players when I was younger, even when I was a freshman. Like the seniors, like my goals were to be like some of them. So now like having that for me being the leader is a great feeling, and I hope I'm setting a good example for them.
Give a shout out to some Canfield players from the past that you looked up to.
Um, One of the players I looked up to a lot was Brooke Crissman. She was a senior when I was a freshman. She was a great all-around player. She was positive on and off the field. She was a great leader to all the freshmen, and she included everyone and everything that she did. And overall, she was like a great student athlete, and she was just a great person.
What's one of your favorite games of softball that you've been a part of or participated in, I guess?
One of my favorite games is, I believe we were 11, it was like a 11-12 state semifinals and for like Little League, and we were playing Wheelersburg, and I hit a walk-off in the semifinals to take us to the state championship, and that's a game I'll always remember.
So many people focus on the athlete part of a student athlete, but you're also a great student. What are some of your favorite subjects, favorite things to study in school, and who are some teachers in the Canfield school system that have really impacted your journey?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite subject is probably math. I mean, it's just kind of what I'm good at, so I don't mind it too much. But some teachers that have really helped me through my journey is obviously my coach, Coach Angelo. She was one of my science teachers in high school, and she was very helpful, and she taught me a lot. And then in middle school, my fifth grade teacher, Mrs. Webb, is someone I've kept in touch with for these since I was in middle school, and she's been a great supporter of everything that I do, and she taught me a lot when I was in her classes.
Before Anthony gets to his rapid fire questions with you, I got to ask, what are some of the future goals in Bayann Jadallah's career in mind?
My future goals are just honestly now just get through college, keep my grades up, keep doing what I was doing in high school, and just ultimately make a better future for myself.
Do we have a decision made on the college we're going to be going to?
Yes, I decided a few weeks ago that I will be going to Ohio State.
And you will be studying what is it at Ohio State?
Architecture.
So architecture at Ohio State, big one there. And I know there's a lot of people that love that program down there. What kind of made you decide Ohio State, and what made you settle on architecture for the major?
Honestly, Ohio State was one of my last options going in, like when I was applying to schools. But as I started not liking all the other schools, and I visited Ohio State like only a few weeks before I made my decision, I just loved the campus, and I was like meeting some of the students there, and it was overall a great environment. And of course, I'm a big sports person, so I'm excited for the games. I also chose architecture because I have a bit of a creative side to me, and like I said, I like kind of like math and like the sciences and STEM stuff. So that was kind of a good combination of the two of them.
As Ty said before, we're going to get a rapid fire questions to get to know you a little bit off the field before we let you go. And I think I'll start with, what's the go-to hangout spot for Canfield softball?
Oh, the go-to hangout spot is the Chick-fil-A parking lot, either in Austintown or Boardman.
The parking lot. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you wet your toothbrush before or after you put toothpaste on?
Before.
What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do is actually brush my teeth.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfect segue. Who is the one teammate that can make you smile no matter what the circumstance?
I actually have two. They're Carly and Kara, and together they just make me laugh so much.
All right, cats or dogs?
Cats.
Do you have a cat? And if you do, what's the weirdest thing that it does?
I do not have a cat. No animals in this house.
Then do you have a cat that you see often? Can we still answer this question, like the weirdest thing that a cat that's close to you does?
My cousins have a cat, and I kind of see it a little often, but it's honestly crazy to me how it just jumps from wherever and it could reach incredible heights. That amazes me.
If you could have any animal as a pet, what would you want?
Oh, God. I think a bunny. I don't know. That was my nickname growing up, so I don't know. I feel like I just probably have a little bit of a connection to them.
Is it still your nickname?
My dad does still call me that, so I guess so.
What about nicknames on the team? Does your team have any nicknames for you?
It's just Bay, just to shorten my name. Yeah.
What is one thing that you learned about yourself this season?
I learned that I am a decent softball player because, like I said, last year I was doubting myself, and this year I was able to prove to myself that I am capable of being in the top spots in the lineup and starting on that field.
What is your favorite season of the year?
Spring.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Night in or night out?
Oh God, it really just depends on the day, but usually it's a night out.
If we were going to take you to a karaoke night, what's your go-to karaoke song?
Oh God. Oh God, I can't think of one. I'm blanking on every song.
What about your walk-up song?
Oh, my walk-up song is "Glamorous" by Fergie. So honestly, maybe that.
Talk about your playlist a little bit more too. Like what kind of music do you like to listen to?
It really depends on what I'm doing. If I'm like studying or something, it's always like, I guess, like calm pop music, I guess. Or if I'm at softball or working out, it's a lot of rap.
Do you have any songs that are on your playlist that you are kind of embarrassed that they're on your playlist?
God, there definitely is. Sometimes I listen to like songs from like Disney movies. And that's, I guess, a little embarrassing, but they're just good oldies that bring me back to my childhood.
What's your guilty pleasure dessert?
Ice cream.
What flavor ice cream?
Chocoholic chunk from Handles.
Okay, and then I think this is going to answer my next question, but who makes the best ice cream?
Handles.
All right, you can't be from Canfield without saying that.
Exactly.
What mythical creature do you wish existed?
Probably unicorns.
Would you rather go forward in time or back in time?
Forward.
And how far forward would you want to go? If we gave you a time machine, where do you think you would go into the future?
Honestly, I would just jump to, like, I'm a little nervous about going to college and stuff, so I'd probably just jump ahead to that just to get it over with.
And last but not least, I will ask, what is your dream vacation?
My dream vacation, I think, is Italy. I've been wanting to go there for a while now, and it's, I don't know, nice weather compared to here.
A lot of good architecture in Italy. Maybe one day we'll see a Bayann Jadallah original in Italy pop up.
Hopefully.
Before we let you go, we do want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that are there for you, and the people that you wouldn't be where you are in your journey without.
Yeah. First off, I'd like to start by thanking my parents. They literally have done everything for me, taking me to games, supporting me. They've been amazing. My brothers keep me on my toes. We always have competitions going on. Who's the better athlete? So thank you for them for that. My teammates, great supporters as well. We have a great time on and off the field. I couldn't ask for better teammates for both travel and for school. My travel coaches, I'd like to thank a lot. They've really shaped me into the players that I am today. And even the coaches I had when I was young, I couldn't have done it without them.
All right, Bayann, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We love covering you. We're going to cover you the rest of your tournament season. We hope that it goes as long as it can, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.